Hello and welcome back to another edition of Waadaplaya. I have Vishak and Mithun with me, and we are going to be previewing the team from the capital, Delhi Capitals, who have announced a new captain. In the absence of Shreyas Iyer, Capitals have taken a big punt, no pun intended, to go one step further. From 2020, they ended up being the runners up. First things first, Vishak, what do you think of the captaincy? I want to say that, you remember I told you Pant will be the captain. I've been saying this to everyone. Pant was destined to be the captain, considering how his form has been over the last couple of months and so much brand value to the franchise. There's no way they would have missed out on this opportunity. Vishak.
Yes, Sanjay, you have been mentioning this over the past 1 or 2 weeks since we got to know about the news of Shreyas Iyer. You had a very good gut feeling on that, and we all seem to disagree with you on that. So finally, you got that right. At least you got one prediction right out of what you made over the last few days. And yeah, going back to the Capitals, they have made a very brave decision considering Pant's inexperience. I agree. I know that he has captained the Delhi team for a brief while, but he did. He was under Gambhir's shadow at that time. Now it'll be. He has not captained a team with variety of experienced stars, like an IPL team or a very big team like that. So it'll be a test of his skill and a test of his captaincy. Like we'll have to see how he copes up with it. I think Shreyas Iyer's loss is a Shreyas Iyer missing out or as is a very big loss in terms of a player as well as in terms of a captain for Delhi Capitals. But it will be interesting to see how Pant copes up, and it will also be interesting to see like whether he'll flourish with the captaincy in his batting as well, or will captaincy affect his batting. So there are a lot of things interesting which we have to look out for.
No, I absolutely agree. I mean, jokes aside, Shreyas Iyer has been fantastic for Delhi Capitals for the past couple of years. Having big personalities, it needs a man who would be able to handle those within the team. Pant cannot do any worse than what he did last year. He had such a bad tournament. Only, I think, in the finals or one of the knockout games, he scored a 50. So I'm really looking forward to how he goes about. Whether it ends up being a good decision or not is something we'll all see at the end of the tournament. Mithun, what do you think of the captaincy?
So captaincy, I was very surprised when they gave it to Rishabh Pant. Maybe he's getting rewarded for all the hard work what he has done over the past few months playing for India. Even though even on Australian tour or against England series. So he has been performing consistently. I would have expected somebody like senior players like Ravichandran Ashwin or Steven Smith being handed over the captaincy, because that there are chances that Shreyas Iyer might come back for the later part of the tournament if he is declared fit. So keeping that into mind, you needed a stand-in captain for few games. So why not give it to somebody who is already experienced rather than trying out a new captain altogether who is been just getting into form and scoring some runs and for himself. So it will be added pressure on him of the captaincy now going into this big tournament. So there will be a lot of expectations out of him. So that will be a negative thing for Delhi Capitals, because your captain is starting the tournament under pressure. So keeping that into mind, I think it was not a right decision. Maybe he will find it difficult to cope up with the pressure.
Will be fascinating to see how he handles the captaincy and the pressure that comes with it, because franchise captaincy is probably even more difficult than being a captain for the country, because there's additional pressure, there's a lot of money involved here. In terms of the bowling attack, Kangis Rabada and Anrek Nokia, their fast bowling combination was one of the treats of the last year's IPL, I thought. Vishaka, is that their core strength going to the tournament, you think?
Yes, I think that is the core strength. If you even look at the first ODI, but versus South Africa and Pakistan, the way Andrek Notker teared apart Pakistan's middle order with 4 wickets in the middle, and he almost put them on the back foot. And he has been a kind of a dark horse for them. No one expected him to do so well, coming in as a late replacement for Chris Wokes, but he has performed above notch above his expectations, and he has given good support to Kagiso Rabada. So those two will be critical. Not to forget Ravichandran Ashwin. He will be a very key performer. Last year, he got injured at the start of the series. Even he had picked up 2 wickets in that very first match he played, and then he injured his shoulder. And then when he came back even stronger. He looked a completely different bowler last IPL. Even though he was trying his variations and stuff, he was mainly concentrating on his primary off spin, which is very crucial. And he was getting the ball to talk, and he was getting the batsman out regularly with his off spin more than trying out different variations. That's where I still feel Ashwin has a Ashwin will play a very crucial role, and he also has a crucial role to play for India in limited overs also, I guess. So how he performs in this IPL will be very crucial for him into getting into the Indian team as well. So he'll be looking forward to this IPL. And coming in, I think Umesh Yadav was little. I think Ishan Sharma will start off initially because Umesh Yadav has been a little expensive of late. But their bowling attack looks really good, and with Akshar Patel, with his recent performances, yeah, he can bat as well. So they look a formidable side. The only thing I think they might have to sort out is where does Shimron Hetmeyer fit? He was blow hot, blow cold kind of thing last year. So will they go with him, or they might will they try to play try to fit in someone like Sam Billings or Steve Smith in the middle order? So that will be something which will be interesting to see.
I agree in terms of Ashwin with so much question mark over the finger spinning option or spin option in general for the national side. This will be the opportunity for Ashwin to put his case forward and see if he can break through into the national side for the all important World T20. Mithun, we see that Prithvi Shaw was dropped last year. There's no way he will not be starting this year because he's been in absolutely red hot form. So I think, do you think that Stoinis will have permanent place in the middle order now, and Shaw and Dhawan continue to open with Ajinkya Rahane? Do you think Rahane, Dhawan in top three, does that suit them?
So definitely, I think they're going to start the tournament with Prithvi Shaw and Shikhar Dhawan opening, and Stoinis is someone will float around in the batting order based on the situation when the team is in. So there will be games when they are chasing big target. You might even see Stoinis opening the innings, and with now Steven Smith coming in, so he's going to play at number 3, and then you'll have Ajinkya Rahane and then Stoinis. That would be the lineup. And not to forget, you have somebody like Sam Billings also. So with now captaincy handed over to Rishabh Pant, it's clearly saying that he's going to play all the games. In such case, you can't play Sam Billings as a wicketkeeper. You need to use him as a batsman more than a wicketkeeper. So definitely he'll be playing around number 4 or number 5. And then you have Indian youngsters like Vishnu Vinod, who is coming in. He is coming in a very good form recently from Syed Mustaq Ali and Vijay Hazare Trophy. He is a very good hard-hitting middle order batsman and a wicket keeper. So these are less known players, and even you have somebody like M. Siddhartha, a left arm spinner, lesser known bowler from Tamil Nadu, but he is very effective in power play. So these are the players to watch out. And as Vishak was mentioning, their bowling lineup is too good to against any batting lineup. So you have Ashwin, Amit Mishra, Akshar Patel, and you have two quality international fast bowlers. So you couldn't ask better than this bowling lineup. So definitely, it all depends on their batting. If they could manage to score the required runs for the bowling lineup to defend, so they are one of the favorites, and I won't be surprised if they finish in top 2 this year also.
Vishak, considering last year's tournament was in UAE, the pitches were, relatively quick for, and assisted the Pacers quite a lot in Abu Dhabi, especially. Do you think their fast bowling department may struggle with smaller grounds, dry pitches?
Yeah, I think Kagiso Rabada is like his quality speaks for himself. I think he can bowl on any pitches. But personally, I would feel Andrik Notge might struggle a little bit, but they have good quality in Chris Brooks as a backup. Chris Brooks he can be a good death bowler, he can be a good swing bowler as well at the start. So he can and it gives them an additional batting option as well with Chris Brooks coming in. So they have that base also covered with respect to the with respect to the bowling. But as you see, they play initially in Mumbai. So Mumbai usually helps the seamers, but they play 2 matches in Chennai. That's where the paces might not be that effective. And Ahmedabad, we don't know what to expect of that pitch. It has been completely indifferent. And Kolkata, I think, will favor their paces. So I think, yeah, at least 8 of the 14 matches, it would favor their paces. So I think they wouldn't struggle that much.
Okay, Mithun has already made his prediction for them to end in top two. Vishak, what do you think?
With Pant as the captain, there is complete inexperience over there. So I feel that rather than the captain running the show, it will be the coach running the show, like what happened to KKR last time. So that doesn't augur well for a team. It should be like the coach should be working from background, and the captain should be leading the team. So if the opposite happens, then it's trouble for the team, and that's where I think DC will struggle this year. And I'm not expecting a top four finish for them. They might finish around fifth or sixth.
Oh, interesting. Mithun saying top two, Vishak saying fifth or sixth. I think they'll finish in top three. They might end up winning the tournament. I'm desperately looking for a new team to win this tournament because we need more balanced competition. We cannot have MI winning every second year or Chennai winning every third year or what. So we definitely need more champions. But fantastic, Vishak, Mithun. This has been fascinating. This is really exciting stuff. Can't wait for the IPL to start and look at the Delhi Capitals, how they go about things. So thanks a lot, everyone, for watching. And we look forward to having you back another time, another show. Vishak, Mithun, thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjay.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Ajay.
Vishak.